Well, I woke up this morning and the house felt awfully cold. So I checked the thermometer and the house was at 55 degrees. So I knew immediately that our furnace was not kicking on. Now let me give you a little backstory of what happened over the weekend. We had about 14 inches of snow dumped upon us and there were winds that approaching 20 to 30 miles per hour. So we had a lot of blowing and drifting. Temperatures were at 0 degrees and below. So the first thing I did was go down to the basement and take a look at the furnace. And I checked troubleshooting light that's on the furnace. And I noticed that on my furnace, the lights were blinking alternately, red, green, red, green. I checked the chart and it told me that the burner was failing to ignite. Now, what you would hear if you're standing next to the furnace is that you hear the furnace kick on, you hear the flames come on, and then it'll shut off immediately. Then the furnace would try to reignite itself, flames will kick on, and then it'll shut down immediately. So I knew that we had problems. This is the second time this happened, so I knew immediately what to do. But the first time it happened, what I did was that I took apart the furnace, I cleaned out the igniter by sanding it down, make sure it's nice and shiny. I blew out all the drainage tubes and make sure all the electrical connections were nice and tight, but it still did not work. So at the furnace end, everything was checking out. I could see nothing that was wrong with it. So the second thought was that, hey, it's got to be the vents on the outside. With a high efficiency furnace, you're going to have these two tubes coming out the side of your house. One is for intake, one is for exhaust. So my immediate reaction was that, well, there's something going on with either one of those two vents. So I trudged outside, waded through the snow, and then lo and behold, the intake vent was clogged with snow. So what happened was that with all the snow that we had and all the blowing wind, it threw the snow against the vent and it clogged it up. So slowly and surely, the furnace could not draw in enough air to ignite, and that was the problem. Now, it could happen to either vents. Naturally, if the exhaust side gets clogged up, the furnace will shut off automatically because it's a safety concern. So once the vents were cleaned off, I walked back down to the furnace, and then what I did was that I switched off the furnace at the switch, and then turned it back on to reset it. And lo and behold, the furnace kicked right back on. And as you can see, I got the two lights blinking at the same time simultaneously, which tells me that the furnace is working naturally, and within a couple of hours, we're back up to our normal temperature. So it probably saved you a service call, and better yet, it got you up and running very quickly. I hope this video was very informative. Please click the like button. When you have a chance, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.